Hi, Raven. Good afternoon.
Yeah, hi, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. You're audible. Thank you so much, first of all, for coming up and taking time from your busy schedule for us for this interview. We're really grateful for that.
No problem.
As we know, like you are the manager at Joey's restaurant, right? So just wanted to know, working at Joey's and working with the team. How's the experience?
Yeah, so I'm one of the floor managers at Joey's. We have about a team of 7 or 8 floor managers. We all work together. Um, so I've been there for almost a year now. I would say the experience has overall it's been a bit challenging, but also very rewarding because this is my first kind of managerial position. I like working with people, so it's been a pleasure in the sense that I get to interact with so many different people. I get to know them, talk to them about their days, and just connect them and make their days better, which is something that I enjoy doing. But that's like the easy part of the job. The hard part for me has been, I guess, the problem solving that comes with it, because a lot of the challenges that come up with guest experiences, you kind of have to come up with things on the spot, right? There's a lot of, I guess, critical thinking or quick thinking and decision making skills that you have to have. And at first, that was a bit overwhelming for me because it seems like when you're working with a large team, a lot of people kind of depend on you to have the answer. And that was something, yeah, that scared me a little bit at the beginning, but I've developed my confidence over time working there now. And I've kind of learned to just be patient with myself and, take time to think things through and try to put myself in the other person's shoes. And yeah, that's helped me. And overall, like the team there, everyone's working there is very nice. The people are very nice to work with. Um, and yeah, it's close to my house, so that's good. um,
Very first thing which I would like to ask you is, how did you move into the leadership position? Like, what was your process? Like, I mean, what were the steps actually?
yeah, sure. So I actually applied to work at the front door as a hostess when I first sent in my job application. When I was sending out applications, I actually landed a job in administration at York University, but it was a contract position and it was part-time, so I wanted to find something else. Joey's was, near my house, and I've been to the location before. I like the atmosphere. I like the people that work there, so I sent out an application. Once I landed an interview and I met with the hiring manager after I shared some of my previous work experience and I guess just talked about myself as a person, they actually just thought I would have been a better fit on the management team. So I kind of just got hired straight onto the management role through that. And my training kind of looked a bit complex at the beginning, where they kind of wanted me to get a feel out of the different roles in the restaurant since I had no prior experience, right? So I had a couple of shifts serving. I also had a couple of shifts at the door just so I could learn how all the operations worked and I had a sense of it myself. And yeah, and then they pretty much threw me into the managerial role and I kind of learned on the go on the floor, and that's how I got into it.
Oh, actually, that sounds really inspiring. Like, if you had a vision, but then Shiv, my colleague, would be asking you the next question.
Hi, Raven. How are you?
Hey, I'm good. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good. So I just want to ask, like, what was the tough at the start? Like, what you going through? Like, what was the toughest for you from the starting?
There were a lot of challenges when I started. My lack of assertiveness. What is my workflow going to be like? And that took a bit of, I guess, just work experience. Like the more I had time and shifts, the more it became like second nature to me.
So yeah. So one more thing, like, how do you keep people motivated?
I think one of an important thing to do is to always be in a positive mood, like, to reflect back onto you.
Coming to my next question, I would just like to ask you, like, how would you describe your leadership style, your working style, and your leadership skills? I would say.
I feel like I'm very people oriented. What I'm trying to say is I like when people are able to come up with solutions themselves rather than me always giving them the answers. When I talk to people or when they're coming to me for something, I like to challenge them and dig deeper into whatever they're looking for so they can think about it themselves and kind of like arrive to what it could be that they're seeking from me instead of me always being the one to give direction. So I would say I am pretty friendly and approachable, and I'll always try to motivate them to be the best versions of themselves.
A last question. So, can you share a tough decision you made under your leadership?
The whole bar team, I had 3 bartenders on, and none of them were assigned to close. And none of them were assigned to pre-close either. So all of them kind of expected a short shift,
Yeah.
and I had to kind of put on myself to go behind them, have a little meeting, and delegate who I wanted to be the closer. And that kind of means they're not gonna leave until through 2, 3 a.m., right? And in that situation, I had an angry bar team. um, Totally valid. I totally understand that. But at the end of the day, that was a situation that I couldn't control, but I knew they were going to take it out on me because of the role I was in.
It was really nice talking to you, and thank you so much for taking out time for us
Yeah.
from a busy
Thank you so
schedule.
much.
We know that you're really busy, caught up with everything, your work and everything. So thank you so much for the interview and for taking out time from a busy schedule.